So today, you ought to understand that you control your narrative. You control how far you go. You control which way you go. Because the main objective is what? Completion. Congratulations to all HPOG certificate holders.
Students that walk across these stages have stories.
I was in a domestic violent relationship, marriage, and I was at my wit's end.
I had a lot of challenges in my life, single mom.
I was a Border Patrol agent on the United States-Mexico border in Nogales, Arizona.
I moved to Chicago because my son, he got shot when he was 16 years old, and they said the doctors here was better. So I think all of our day-to-day life activities changed when we first moved here.
And you go around the vehicle looking under it, and I heard something.
The place that I was residing in wasn't a comfortable situation for me. My job was not being cooperative in a lot of things that I needed.
It startled me, and so I showed a sign of, backing back. Someone dropped down from underneath the car and started shooting at my ankles. And at the time, I was carrying my son.
At the time, I don't mind putting this out here, me and my kids were living in transitional housing, and they gave me a flyer that said HPOG.
HPOG is a Health Professions Opportunity Grant and really takes students from certificates to bachelor's degrees in the health fields.
I've always wanted to go back to school, complete my education, or get a higher education. I was ready to change my life and make some better decisions for myself as well as my children.
And when I seen that it was an affordable program, nothing could come out of my pocket. I just had to put forth the effort. I said, I'll take it.
And so it's a wraparound program where a student can start at the lowest level and get support to then get to the highest level with full service and support while they're trying to make this very large transition.
Time, just buckling down trying to do it, because I was a single mom of 5 children, so that was a little struggle for me.
Working full-time and going to school kind of full-time too.
Would have to leave literally 2 hours before class started, and the class was only for like 2-3 hours. So I'm in this traffic for 2-3 hours for a class that's only 2 hours, 3 hours tops.
There's lots of scholarship programs, and you've probably seen it on the news where somebody with $1 billion says, I'm going to pay for this whole class of students to go to college. And then half of them drop out. So it's like, well, we took away that barrier, but you don't know what else was sitting behind that barrier.
It was taught to us, like on the side, not in the books, on the side. If your coworkers start inviting you out, you don't want to say no, but you don't want to do that too often either. And at the same time, if they start questioning you about your family, you need to be cautious of that, because they're probably with the Mexican mafia and they're trying to learn about you and where your weaknesses are, which is really hard to have someone you're depending upon saving your life and you can't trust them. Made it hard in nursing school to be isolated and not have anyone to study with, because you're going to tell yourself you're right. Your answer's always going to be right if you're by yourself. But I needed those people to study with to tell me, no, I remember the instructor saying this, 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 and that. Well, I may not have had that in my notes.
I think it's important that we build the person as well as build the structures around the person. Because people will give up fairly quickly when they believe the system is against them.
Thank goodness that with Metropolitan Family Services, they assisted me with the child care referrals, and they assisted me with knowing that there was programs that I can utilize.
I think it's really important that the students are in a place understanding that they're being supported financially, emotionally, particularly when they're about to quit and they're about to give up.
So our Hope Academy, and that's why it's named Hope, is really to build that sense of purpose in the beginning and then see if that influences how successful students are and how persistent they are.
No, I can't quit. So many people have invested in my training here. I'm so close. Even if I were to be told that I can't, well, the funding is going to dry up and I don't have, there's not going to be enough funding for me to finish, I might be close to giving up. But then voices around or voices within, or even the support, material support from others can be coming, because I'm already in the forward movement. I'm already invested in my future, and to give up means that all those movements will come to an end, and halting that is a greater cost to them, so they would sort of reinvest and even just continue to press forward, knowing with trust that something is going to happen, because the investment has happened already, and even if it doesn't go all the way through, I will come to find something, or other things will come find me as I'm continuing to move forward.
It's not about the money for me. It's about, the money helps, but to be able to complete things that I thought I could never achieve, places that I thought I would never go, that's what keeps me rising. That's what keeps me going. That's what puts the fire under my feet.
At first, when HPOG was about to cut off, and I was like, I'm gonna have to come out my pocket, before, you know, they got the extension of the grant, and I was like, I can't pay this. I'm not about to go back to school. That's why I haven't been to college. I can't pay this. And my daughter was like, Mom, I'll pay it. You're gonna continue. You're gonna get your degree. I'll pay it for you if I have to. And then she was like, you're going back to school. So my daughter pushed me, and knowing that if I had failed in this program, that she would have helped me. I mean, if the program had ended and she would have helped me, then that motivated me to go ahead, because she was looking out for me.
We grew to really care for each other. We supported each other academically, financially. We fed each other. We literally became family.
It has empowered me like none other. It saved my life.
Like a family. And when I was there and we were taking exams, and if I finished my exam and I had my children with me, they will be with my children until I finish my exam.
And that domestic violence that I was receiving, I thought that was love. I thought that was what I needed to be with somebody, to have somebody be around me. But I later found out that that's not what I needed. I needed to believe in myself. I needed to get an education so I can know who I was and understand who I was, and be around positive people.
We all got on the honor roll. We're all on the dean's list. And I say that with much great pride, because I've never been. And so that accomplishment alone just let me know, wow, it's possible.
It just built me up and totally like eliminated all of that negativity of not being loved, not being cared for, not having no one around, not being able to achieve, or feeling downhearted or downtrodden. They totally lifted me up. They gave me exactly what I needed.
And I'm just being honest, I just hope and pray the HPOG program will stick around for people like me. So.
And the same unity and group mentality of the people who supported me through this journey will continue to do so in my next level. So yeah, I look forward to it with great anticipation.